right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 2020 album commentary of the... When did something new come out?
2019.
Of the 2019 EP, Something New. And its 2020 companion EP, Something Different. I'm your host, Michael Barrow.
Off to a great start.
You guys say things.
I'm engaged. I don't know. I thought that was good.
You're married.
Stop.
I'm Michael Barrow. Here to my left. Why don't you introduce yourself, Zach?
My name is Zach Collier.
Alessandro Improda. Reed Perkins.
So, let's just dive right in, boys. So, the first song on this EP is What Is It For? Which is ironic because I believe that was the last song written for this EP. We just stuck it right at the front. This song, I'm trying to even remember why I wrote it. I remember that I was sitting on the floor of my apartment in Orem, Utah, playing my guitar. I just remember it was like really short and I didn't know what to do with it, but I thought it was kind of cool. And it was, I thought it was going to kind of go in a direction of like a Brother song. It didn't, but I still like Brother.
It's funny because we've got that playlist where it's like songs that inspired something new.
Oh yeah.
And the Brother song is like the first one on there, and I'm like, our record sounds
Sounds
nothing
like it. Yeah, without it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then we kind of got together and I think we arrange it like not too long before we actually recorded it. I feel like it just sort of happened.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we didn't know, you didn't know where to take it, and I threw out, as I do, a bunch of bad ideas that whole cabin trip, and then I'm always like one for conventional song structure, and so I was like, I think you need another verse, and Sandra was like, no, just do this. And so he was like, sing the verse and the chorus or whatever, and then we'll have Mark do a solo, and then just repeat it at the end.
It's true.
And it came together. It was nice.
And actually, that was
good ideas I forget about.
Dude. This was when Mark was like really getting into slide guitar and like kind of that was like sort of new territory for him, and his solo's so dope. That was really fun.
What did we call it? What was the working title?
Faceballs.
Faceballs.
Why though?
Because it's
if my eyes aren't
my eyes
precision.
aren't
Oh,
saying
yeah.
what are they for.
Yeah, because there was this one time I was working for an early learning nonprofit at this time, and we would have these events to like train parents on how to use this program to help their children sort of get a head start on reading before they went into kindergarten, right? And part of it was that the kids would take a pre-test and a post-test, and so we had to set up all these computers for them. And so we had all these computers set up, and it was the end of the day, and we started taking them down, and we were in this hotel that just like had this huge window, and the sun was shining right through the window and like glinting off of all these computer screens somehow right into my eyes. And I was like, ow, my face balls! And that's where Faceballs came from.
I thought it had to do with Spaceballs.
No, nothing at all to do with Spaceballs. Just Faceballs. Anyway.
Yeah, the piano version was really interesting because 2020 happened, and like, what are we doing this year? We're not playing any shows, and I could.
2020 is not for playing shows. What is it for?
It's for playing the same songs but differently.
Yep.
So yeah, I was just chilling one night, and I'd been working on a bunch of electronic remixes for the record. Some of them better than others. I scrapped a bunch. But this one was really interesting because it had a bunch of time shifts and just weird metering stuff, and it just didn't lend itself well to like an electronic remix or anything like that. And so I was just messing around with some chords, and I wrote the piano version in my living room.
Yeah, and I remember Zach sent that to us in our band chat, and I was in a hotel, and he sent that, and I listened to it, and I was like, I think this is probably better than the actual song that we have. This is really cool. I don't know, I feel like the song is really emotional, but the original arrangement of it that we have kind of has a little more of a bounce or a groove to it, and so you don't really notice
how emotional the lyrics are. I
Yeah.
feel like the emotion really comes out in Mark's solo, like it builds to something, like musically it builds, but the focus is more on the instrumentation than it is on the melody and the lyrics, which are also really powerful.
Where did we record this one?
Over at Cold House Studio with
Brian Ziski.
Brian Ziski.
Lord Brian Ziesk.
I don't know why you said it that way. But
All of Something New, I believe, was recorded with Brian over at Cold House.
Except for vocals for No Such Thing. That was recorded over at Rosewood.
Oh, you're right.
And I'll try to reach it, but everything's dark. Now put it together and it falls apart. I don't know if I'm tired.
that's right.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Well, actually, the next song is No Such Thing.